carpet world premiere of X-Men Dark Phoenix. We're going to be here live with you all night long from Marvel. I'm Lorraine Sink.
And I'm Ryan Panagos, aka Agent M.
And I think there's no better place for us to be here celebrating this iconic film, these iconic characters. We're at TCL's Chinese Theater in the heart of Hollywood.
It's a legendary spot, which is fitting because this is a legendary franchise. We're almost 20 years deep into X-Men movies.
Yeah, and we are here on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. There are literally stars under our feet. There are literally handprints back there in the cement and signatures from some of Hollywood's biggest stars. And we're going to be seeing some stars here on the carpet tonight, too.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait because we're going to have people from across all 12 films. It's like a franchise that has spun so long, so fun.
Yeah, and if you guys are just tuning in, you can watch this at Marvel, or you can watch at X-Men Movies, or you can go over to marvel.com/Dark Phoenix Live, where you can not only watch this stream, but check out tons of other cool stuff about the Dark Phoenix saga, about the Dark Phoenix film. And we're going to be hanging here all night, but there's a lot on this carpet.
Yes. Oh, one thing, quick, if you're on Twitter, use the hashtag X-Men, hashtag Dark Phoenix, and there's some really cool character emojis when you use those hashtags as well.
And a little bird told me, a little blue bird told me that if you put it in dark mode on your screen app, you might see a cool special emoji. So that's a hot tip for you. But because this carpet is so big, we couldn't do it alone. Our friend Josh is over somewhere else on the carpet. Josh Soleil.
What's up, guys? It is a party.
Oh.
It is a party right here. I am at Arrivals. We got stars coming in, and we got fans from all over the world greeting them right now. We saw Emma Lahana a little bit earlier from Marvel's Cloak and Dagger, just to show you how big this Marvel family is. We saw Shauna Ashmore a little bit earlier right there. It's fantastic. Guys, it's beautiful. And being the Marvel's gaming correspondent that I am, I went all over this stage and this carpet to talk to the fans, to get them, to challenge them to see who's the X-Men expert. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the beginning, guys. Right, and Lorraine, we're going back to you guys. How is it over there?
Oh, it's great.
It's awesome. It's just starting to heat up, but I think we need to bring the heat with a look at X-Men Dark Phoenix for everyone at home. All right, we're going to take a look at that trailer in just a minute.
Sure. Because
Jean Grey is a really, really important character in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah. Oh, let's go to that package right now.
Oh, yeah. Hey, thanks.
You think you can fix me?
Jean, you are not broken. The mind is a fragile thing. Takes only the slightest tap to tip it in the wrong direction.
Charles, what did you do?
I had to keep her stable. I protected her.
From the truth? There's another word for that.
I came looking for answers.
You feel like you don't belong here. You don't. They can't begin to comprehend what you are.
She's changing.
And what?
You didn't come here looking for answers. You came here looking for permission. Jean. She's all rage, pain, and it's all coming out at once.
Jean lost control, but she's still our friend.
This is your fault, Charles. The world is on the brink. I'm sorry I didn't stop it sooner.
You're always sorry, Charles, and there's always a speech, and nobody cares.
There's still hope. Don't do this.
They're right to fear me.
I've seen evil. And I'm looking at it now.
You are watching X-Men Dark Phoenix, the live red carpet premiere here in Hollywood.
Oh my gosh, I have so many feels when I see that trailer. I'm so excited for all you guys to check it out when the film is in theaters on June 7th. But we are 100% live. This is all happening now, like now.
Oh my gosh.
Really now, and right now happening. Emma Lahana is here from Marvel's Cloak and Dagger on Freeborn. Hello, lovely. Oh my God, it's so great to see you as always.
And congratulations, you're now a married woman.
Oh my God, thank you. I got married. But you also had a very important week because season finale. What is it like to finally have it out in the world?
You know, I can't stop looking at that scene where Dagger jumps out of Cloak. That was beautiful. Wasn't that beautiful? Like straight out of the comics. It was a really epic moment. So I keep looking at the GIF. Keep looking at the GIF over and over again.
It is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's also being here on the red carpet, part of the Marvel family. How much fun is it just to be part of all of this?
I mean, Marvel's amazing. Like, it's so incredible. I still don't really feel like I am a part of the family. I'm like waiting to wake up from a dream. It's constantly been like a pinch yourself moment for 2 years. So yeah, it's been amazing. You guys are the best. So.
Well, I always love seeing you here on our red carpets, and I have to ask, because you got to play Mayhem and Bridget O'Reilly, her sort of good side and bad side, I need you to pick a good character that you love in the Marvel Universe and a bad character that you pick in the Marvel Universe, one for Bridget and one for Mayhem.
Okay, so, well, I mean, listen, Iron Man, I'm still choked. I'm allowed to say that now.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
If you haven't seen it yet, then, like, you need to go now. So, I mean, can I say Iron Man for both? I mean, he's not bad, but Loki and Iron Man,
that counts. That counts. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the night.
Thank you so much.
On a second.
And congrats on you for being married.
Thank you. Thank you. So good to see you. This is the best because we get to hang out with our friends.
Yeah, congrats on Lorraine being Lorraine. That's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, Emma. We'll catch you later on the carpet. Thank you. Ciao.
Things keep rolling along here,
Keep
though.
rolling around. This is, we have an iconic X-Men here. Oh, hi.
It's getting
Sean,
cool
how are
up
you
in here.
doing?
Great, how are you?
We're great. It feels much cooler, like icy, very ice related.
Why? I wonder what happened.
There's a gentle chill, but you get to chill and be part of a huge part of Marvel history. What was it like? Let's go roll it way back to like probably what, 1998 when when you first got cast?
Yeah, around 20 years ago was the first time. Okay, I have to say this. I was a huge Marvel fan. I was an X-Men fan growing up, so I would come home and watch the cartoon after school, and I read a lot of the books. So it was a huge thing for me. I was immensely excited, and just a fantastic legacy to get to play a character that you grew up reading, and 20 years later still get to show up and watch these movies. And I'm a fan. I'm not just someone that's been involved, but I'm a fan of the characters. I'm a fan of the films, and so tonight's really exciting.
Sean, do you have any memories of like day one shooting for you, what that was like, and now perspective 20 years later?
I do. I think day one was the scene with Anna Paquin when Bobby and Rogue are on the bench. And I'm actually Mystique telling Rogue to leave, which was really difficult on the first day. I was like, wait a minute. I understood it, but I was like, so I'm Bobby playing another character. Okay, I think I can figure that out. And I was incredibly nervous. I was a fan of Anna, and she's become a friend, but it was that first time of just, showing up and being a part of this gigantic, potential franchise and working with an Oscar-winning actor. It was a big deal, and I still have really good memories of that.
Now, it is such an incredible thing to see all of these stars and to be part of this legacy. Is there one particular moment where you were like, oh my God, I'm in the Marvel universe?
I think the first time I watched X2, it really sank in. And I think the scene in the kitchen where Hugh goes like full berserk and like stabs the Striker's guard through the chest into the fridge, that's the first time I got chills watching that movie, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm in an X-Men movie. This is like full on. So that was cool. So I think, that first screening when I watched the movie for the first time really got me excited.
I was watching Days of Future Past today, and that movie destroys me because I see all my favorite characters get killed, and you get beheaded, and I'm just like,
several
this
times.
is not
I get
okay.
killed several times. The craziest thing about that is that I think one of my first days on that film, we shot the moment where Logan wakes up and the timeline is kind of reset and everyone's alive again. And, it was a really quick shot of Rogue coming out of her bedroom, and we are holding hands and we look back at Logan. When I saw that for the first time, I was like so choked up. I was really emotional because I sort of knew that our our arc had sort of come full circle. And also to see everybody back again, it was really, really cool. That was like one of my favorite moments. And yeah, I got surprisingly emotional. I knew it was coming. We shot it, but I really felt it when we watched it in the theater.
Well, it was magical for all of us. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with us. Enjoy the night.
Thank you. Enjoy the movie.
Thank you, Sean.
Guys. Thanks.
Thanks. I mean, come on.
What a cool cat,
Oh
Sean
boy,
Ashmore.
there it is.
Come on.
I mean, those blue eyes, that's pure Iceman, Bobby Drake all the way, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I love too, is there are so many characters in the Marvel Universe from the X-Men that you can go and read about in the comics, and they're still living their whole amazing, rich life there.
Yeah, speaking of someone who's living an amazing, rich life, let's go over to Josh right now, who's by Arrivals.
Yes, this live is so rich. Michael Fassbender's literally like 4 feet in front of me, greeting the fans, signing everything, going one by one. And he's surrounded by Nicholas Hoult wearing a beautiful blue suit. Hey, Beast, I see ya. And we got James McAvoy. We got Peter Evans. They are loving it. The fans are being greeted. Guys, this family is in full force, and I cannot stop talking. Everyone is around me. This is wild. We got Ty Sheridan who plays Cyclops. Everyone is greeting everybody. Everyone's looking dapper, coming in their cars, walking by. It does not end, and I can't wait for you guys to talk to them and interview them, because the night is just beginning. It just shows how much they love the fans, and we're celebrating the fans here tonight. So Ryan and Lorraine, it's just beginning. I hope you're ready. I hope they're ready for you. It's going to be awesome.
They better be ready for us. We're ready.
No, we're not.
Oh, well, look at, oh my gosh. I have the littlest star of the X-Men right now, young Jean Grey.
Summer Fontana, how you doing?
Hi guys, how are you doing?
You're talking to the Marvel fans right now live across the world.
Thank you so much for watching me.
So you get to play Jean Grey. Did you get to work at all with Sophie Turner, who is your older self?
I got to meet her and she is awesome. Let me just tell you that. She's freaking awesome. So that was awesome to meet her.
That's awesome.
How much fun is it to be part of the Marvel legacy, the X-Men movies, all these characters, and to be one of the most important characters in the whole history?
It is so cool just to see yourself actually on screen, you know, like just to say, wow, like that, I did that. Like, it's so awesome, especially for such a big production. I'm so grateful to be able to be in this movie.
Now you get to do some pretty cool scenes, one of which is with James McAvoy. What was it like getting to work together?
It was awesome. He's awesome. He's such a great sense of humor, cracks me up. He's awesome. So yeah, like all the cast, they were so amazing.
Well, it sounds like you had a blast, and we're going to have a blast watching you tonight. Enjoy the night.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
All right, see you later.
Summer, you're awesome!
Oh, she is indeed awesome.
Yeah.
What a cutie pie.
Oh my gosh, totally. But we're rolling along. Things are moving here.
Hello, Hutch. How are you doing?
Good. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, Hutch. Good to see you. It's been a couple years.
You too. Yeah. Yeah. Nice mustache.
Thank you, sir.
It is. It's its own mutant power. But I have to ask, Dark Phoenix is such a huge story for Marvel fans, for comic fans. Why did you want to explore this story?
We were looking for what we thought was the best untold story, and even though we touched on it a little bit in Last Stand, it felt like we had to go back and really do it properly.
Hutch, I was on the set of The Wolverine. We were in Australia, and I remember just sitting around with you talking about your love for X-Men, your love for these properties, your love for these characters. What was your X-Men origin story? Like, how'd you first get connected to these characters?
Boy, it started young with the comics, but honestly, it wasn't until I got into movies that I started thinking back to how rich the comics were and how well they would serve as the basis for a film. And then lo and behold, Fox had the rights and started to make X1. I was just, as you know, I was just an executive at the company then, but got to make X2 when I was president and have stayed with it ever since.
Well, we're so excited for this film in particular. I know I'm a huge, huge, huge Phoenix fan. Why did you go with Phoenix's look in this way? What was sort of your inspiration for bringing her cosmic powers to life?
Yeah, that's a great question. And a lot of it was Simon trying to figure out the right balance between her temporal powers and wanting to introduce the cosmic element in a way that you felt that was there, but not so much that it upstaged the rest, because the whole orientation was to try to keep this as grounded and emotional as possible. So it was tricky to use cosmic elements and yet keep that dramatic storytelling really intact.
So we're wrapping up about 20 years of amazing movies. Do you have any memories from the first days filming those first movies?
Boy, so many. I mean, some of my favorites have to do with Hugh, but I guess all of them, now that I think about it, revolve around the cast. So whether it was Sir Patrick or Sir Ian or Hallie or Hugh, on to the next generations that we're now exploring. It's been an incredible journey with some incredibly talented people and great material.
Yeah.
Well, we are honored to get to watch it tonight. Enjoy and congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks. All right.
Cheers.
Big thanks to Hutch. We're going to go back over to Josh, who's just rocking and rolling over there in Arrivals.
What are you doing, dancing boy?
Guys, Ty Sheridan just walked up to me and took photos of me with this camera. He's walking around with a camera. I got to find those photos and sell them on some website or something, because those are going to go for a pretty high value. No, but we got Kodi Smit-Mcphee, who plays Nightcrawler. His suit is gorgeous. It's like this purple, long trench suit. I need to find out who made that suit because I want it. Now, what also happened is James McAvoy literally walked through a bunch of fans, signing everything, taking photos, was about to go through security, but the other fans on the other end yelled his name, and he made a beeline to them. So it just shows how much that they love these fans. They are here for them. Guys, this is a dream that's happening right now. I'm so grateful to be here in front of all of these people, in front of all of this warm, happiness. Everyone's having a party. It's a blast. I can't imagine how much fun it is over there. But you guys better be jealous, because right here we're getting it down. But I can't wait. So, how you guys doing over there?
Every time Josh dances, something happens.
Yeah.
People lose their balance.
I know. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. You guys, tell Josh what dance move you want to do, and hashtag X-Men, hashtag Dark Phoenix.
Yes.
And be sure to check in at Marvel or at X-Men Movies or at marvel.com/Dark Phoenix Live, because that is the main hub for all things Marvel and all things tonight.
Yes. Now, we're here because we're talking about the X-Men.
Yes.
And the X-Men wouldn't be what they are without some of the amazing comic book creators, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. But we want to show you something really cool about Chris Claremont, who really was the writer steering the ship for nearly 20 years. So we have a really fun video to share with you right now about Chris Claremont and his legacy with the X-Men.
The interesting thing I realized writing the X-Men is I always had a sense of where I was going. With Dark Phoenix, Jean had the greatest power imaginable, and how's she going to deal with that? And that was the thing I learned, I guess, from Stan. Actions have consequences.
They do.
That was always in the back of our mind. We wanted to demonstrate what she could do, and she ended up saving the universe. We wanted her to be the heart and soul of the team. And we also wanted to put Scott in his place.
His work is so character-oriented, and mine is so character-oriented. I think that's one of the reasons that we're very simpatico.
The key was creating characters who were as relevant and real to the audience as I could make them, put them in situations that everybody could identify with and recognize. When I started with Marvel, I was in school. My parents knew Al Jaffe, and he said, "Oh, does he have any interest in comic books?" And the next thing I know, the phone rings, and I pick it up and say, "Hey there, true believer, this is Stan Lee." And I'm going, "Wow, so I hear you want to work for Marvel Comics." Yes. Stan had a mantra. There are 3 rules. Get your book in on time, make sure it's good, don't be a pain in my ass. Any 2 out of 3, you got to keep your job. In Dark Phoenix, Jean found herself wrapped up in a series of circumstances that she was unprepared for. She makes a moral choice, and for better or worse, that's the only way she can find to make amends for what she's done.
Jean was his total favorite, I think partly because he had given her such a hard time through so many issues, and he'd seen how strong she could be.
For me as a writer, I want them to fall in love with these characters. I want them to see them as real echoes or parallels with their own lives. Dark Phoenix is the ultimate expression of the darkest shadow in everyone's soul. And there you go.
Absolutely incredible. You were just watching Chris Claremont along with Louise Simonson, such an important creator for Marvel, an important part of Marvel's history. She was also an editor, especially for the Dark Phoenix saga.
Yeah.
She's a cornerstone, I really think, of what we do here at Marvel, as well as Chris Claremont and John Byrne.
Yeah. Now, we're talking about comics. We got to get you guys up to speed. You know, we have a little thing called Marvel Unlimited, and it's 25,000 comics and growing that you have access to. Now, if you go to marvel.com/unlimited, use code Phoenix, you can get your first month free, but terms and conditions apply.
That's right. You got to do it soon because it is only for a limited time that code is going to work. So get over to marvel.com/unlimited. Ryan and I read all of our digital comics there. It's so awesome. It has kind of everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, I threw 9 books on my my app this morning for the flight tomorrow. I got to be ready.
Yeah, I mean, and you can start with Uncanny X-Men number 99 and read through 138 and essentially get the entire Phoenix saga from Jean Grey becoming the Phoenix all the way to the Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah, look, if we want to get into talking about X-Men reading lists, we can do this. Although in Marvel Unlimited, we have tons of reading lists. We actually have Dark Phoenix reading lists, so if you want to catch up before you watch the movie, boom, we got you covered.
We sure do. And we recently did a This Week in Marvel where we talked about all kinds of stuff. So there is tons of stuff over at marvel.com/unlimited for all of you guys to check out and read. And it looks like this carpet's happening. Yeah. I think we should just invite one of our friends over.
Sure.
Come on over. We're 1,000% live with Michael Fassbender. Hello, sir. How are you? I'm Lorraine. This is Ryan.
Hey, nice to meet you.
These are all of the Marvel fans in the world right now.
Hey, guys.
So congratulations on the film. This has been a long time coming. You've been with this role for about a decade. Is this your longest running role at this point in life?
Yes. It's almost 10 years. So we started First Class in 2010. And yeah, I've just been really lucky to play Eric in all these different incarnations in his life. But really, you know, to get the opportunity to have that first episode where Charles and Eric meet for the first time and they kind of create Magneto and Professor X, so it's cool.
And it's magical indeed.
It really is. Now, we've seen the different movies in different time periods. You know, we start out in 40s, but then we go to the 60s, 70s, 80s, and now Dark Phoenix is set in the 90s. What do you do to get yourself in the mindset of a character who's living for decades and seeing time pass?
I try and think of music of that decade. And I find that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what music were you thinking of for Dark Phoenix?
Early hip-hop.
Oh, that's great. Did they have access to early hip-hop in Genosha?
Well, you know, we get down in Genosha. You know, we have a few party nights, usually on a Thursday through to Sunday. Yeah, so I think also the 80s was such a fun decade that, yes, I missed the 80s, to be honest.
And poor Eric, why can't they just let him live? He's trying to have a wife and kid, just trying to live his life.
I know, this is what I keep saying. You know, he's trying to get away from the conflict, and they just keep dragging him back in, like The Godfather 3.
They pull me back in. Now, where are we meeting Eric at the top of the film that you can tell us about?
Okay, so we meet him at Genosha. Like we were saying, you know, this is kind of as content as he can be. Obviously, you know, he's had a family life, and that was different. But, you know, he's found this compromise where he's got this independent state where mutants are allowed to coexist in harmony and in safety without human influence, and they govern themselves, they write their own laws. It's a beautiful place.
Well, we'll cross our fingers and hope it stays that way.
Well, he gets dragged out of there, unfortunately. He you know, finds out some news, a death of a friend, so he feels like he has to avenge that death. So.
Ooh, ominous and telling. You know what, we're going to let you go, see the rest of the carpet. Thank you so much, Michael.
And congrats.
Thanks, guys.
It looks like a friend of his is coming. Hello, James Mcavoy. Hi, just come on up. We're talking live to all of the Marvel fans.
All of them?
All of them.
Every single one?
If you like Marvel, you're watching right now.
If every single one of them isn't watching right now, then you're a liar and really under the Trade Descriptions Act.
I would never ever lie to you.
Because everybody's watching.
I know that Charles Xavier reads minds, and I feel like you might too.
Every now and again, I do feel like I can speak what you're about to speak.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
See? I know.
James, you were a fan of the X-Men animated series when you were younger.
Yeah, I was.
Right? What was your favorite character on that show?
Gambit, there's a sort of a Gambit over there.
There were a few Gambits in here.
Where did I see Gambit? I saw him earlier. There's a
Yeah?
Gambit somewhere. Yeah, Gambit was probably my favourite character. I think mainly because of his accent.
He does have a great kind of French situation happening.
French, Southern American sitch going down.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Charles Xavier, because it feels like Charles has kind of made his bed and now has to lie in it.
Yeah, I've always thought that Charles has got potential for his vanity and his ego to get the better of him. It's always seemed to me like there was potentiality for a god complex to take over a little bit, you know. So in this movie, you're seeing that mess things up a little bit. It's not the end of the world. He's not trying to destroy the world or take over the world because of his god complex, but it definitely is one of the seeds that so much destruction in this movie, you know.
What do we see with Charles and Magneto's relationship?
You're Magneto!
Yeah, that's what you call him if you're close.
It's the
You're
90s.
Magneto, you're looking tight!
It's the 90s in this movie. It's just a little bit more slangy. What do we see with their relationship? How does that develop throughout the course of this film?
It doesn't really develop too much. One of the great sadnesses I have of this entire endeavor is that we've done 4 movies and each one had progressively less for us to do with each other until we get to this one and we've got even less to do. So it doesn't really progress. I think it progresses in the way slightly that you see them in a place of mutual sort of settlement. Like, we're just settled in the fact that we don't agree with each other and we don't hate each other, we're not going to fight each other, we're not going to call each other, and if he really needs me to help out, I'll be there, and likewise vice versa for him and I. But we're just kind of tired of each other a little bit, I think, in this one. You know, we'll get over it and we'll get to a point where we can have cocoa at bedtime again soon.
Oh, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Thank you so much for stopping to speak with us.
Hey,
Everyone wants to talk to you.
Cheers,
so.
thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Cheerio, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. What a delight.
These guys are amazing.
Oh my gosh, Kodi Smit-Mcphee.
How you doing?
Hello.
Good to see you.
Just bamfed right in.
Yeah.
Bamfing right in.
I love that coat.
Why, thank you.
And the pants, everything.
Yeah,
Great job.
it's a beautiful fit.
Do you always need to wear a cool color after wearing so much cool blue color?
Yes, I do like to be outgoing, but in a classy way. So Jared Ang, my stylist, is helping me do that. He's also helping me out with PR, so he's double teaming it all.
Well, thank you to him.
Thank you, Jared.
Nightcrawler in the comics and in the movies is like one of the X-Men is wonderful because it has multiple hearts, right? It has different pieces who are so close to fans' hearts and to the team.
Yes.
How does it feel to be one of those hearts with Nightcrawler?
It's an absolute blessing. I mean, just like all of the fans, I relate to many of the characters and their struggles and the things that they conquer in many ways. I've been through many things in my life, but this is one of the many things that I've conquered and found success and a blessing within. So I feel honored to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Well, Kurt is just incredible, and he's so sweet, but in this film, he kicks butt big time.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the opportunity to kind of show that side of him, and I feel like, in a way, it connected to the origins of the first-class Alan Cummings portrayal that we saw. In Apocalypse, I got to show that more vulnerable, timid side of him, but within this and the whole tone that, you know, was more serious and emotionally driven, I got that opportunity to show a bit more of a vicious side.
Ooh, well, we can't wait to see it. Thank you for talking with us. Everyone wants to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You do too.
Beautiful night.
Enjoy.
He's got to bamf on out, talk to some more people.
I love that when Nightcrawler disappears, there's Brimstone. Oh, wait, here's another gentleman who looks great in blue. Hello, Nicholas Holt. How are you?
How are you doing?
Yeah, very good. How are you?
Great.
What's going on?
We're hanging out. We are
These
here.
costumes are amazing out here.
Aren't they incredible? We are completely live talking to all the Marvel fans at home.
Hey, cool.
This is
Hello.
Marvel
Hello, everybody.
proper.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
So you've been with the team. You're one of the OG members of the X-Men.
Yeah.
But Beast, you know, he's half Beast, he's half Hank. He's able to switch back and forth. What have you learned about Hank over these years of getting to play him?
What have I learned? I mean, this was kind of a completely different take on him in this movie, whereby he suffers a big loss in life, and he kind of how he deals with that, his reaction to that is like completely defines his story through this. So it's I got to take him to a slightly darker place, and he kind of steps out of being Charles's wingman a little bit. So it was kind of a fun movie to work on in that sense. And Simon Kinberg's such a talented director, and he's been such a great part of the franchise for so long that it was an honor to do that under his guidance.
when you started doing these films, did you, I mean, you knew Hank would start out looking dashing and wonderful like you, but then you would grow big and blue and furry and ferocious. Did you know about all that history and all the opportunities there?
No, I grew up watching the cartoon, like, so, you know what I mean? Like, that was my ringtone. That was my ringtone when we were making the first movie. So, like, so no, I knew Beast. He was one of my favorite characters. So then to get to play him and to get into that makeup and try and transform physically and everything is like, that's part of the fun of the job.
Well, and we get to see a cool new part for the X-Men. You get to go to space. What was it like getting to go to space in the film?
It was magical going to space, although I haven't actually been.
No?
You know what? It was fun because they build these very practical sets in terms of the spaceship and the X-Jet, and they make it feel as realistic as possible without actually going to space. So it was a lot of fun, and it's a great sequence in the movie.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Everyone wants to talk to you, so we have to let you go. But thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a good evening.
You too.
Catch you in a bit.
Sure. I love his suit so much because those are Beast colors. It's the blue and the yellow looks so perfect. I want to take that suit.
You cannot.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness! Hello, welcome. We're
Hello.
talking live to all of the Marvel fans. Jessica Chastain, how are you this evening?
I'm good. I'm really excited to be here. This is quite the deal.
It is quite a deal. Well, you entered the Marvel universe. What was it like for you when you first got to audition for this role or take this role to know that you were entering part of Marvel history?
It was amazing. They've been working on the X-Men movies for almost 20 years. Definitely felt like a family. I felt like I was a guest invited to dinner. I was a guest in their home, so don't show up and move all the furniture around. Home's working great, so I literally just showed up and like asked, what can I bring as an appetizer? How can I help serve the story? It was great.
Sounds delicious and delightful.
Yeah. One of the great things about Marvel is we have the women of Marvel, the incredible female characters, whether they're the heroes or maybe sometimes on the other side of things. How much fun is it for you to see that portrayed on screen with our characters?
It's fantastic. The Dark Phoenix comic is one of the best comic books in the whole series.
Preach.
So now this film is fully focused on it. I think the last time they did the Dark Phoenix storyline, it was a secondary storyline. I mean, it really wasn't even that prominent, which I think does the fans a disservice. So I'm really happy to be a part of this film and put Jean Grey front and center and, to have all these incredible women kicking butt.
Yeah. Well, and you've gotten to work with James McAvoy in the past. I believe you're working with him in the future. The future past, I guess that's what you would call it in X-Men terms. But did he give you any hints about the X-Men universe? Any great advice?
No.
On your own?
No advice. Listen, I teased him a little bit. Soph and I, oof. You know what? We were just talking about you.
Who, me? Who, me?
Get over here.
Who, me?
They want
Yes,
to know
me.
what advice you gave me for comic book movies.
Oh, the same advice the cast from Farscape gave me when I was like 22, which was you weirdly have to believe this shit more than the normal shit. Like, you have to commit 10 times more.
That was so much better than my answer.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yes!
Well, with the assist, what a perfect assist.
I love that. All right, so we have some burning questions in from fans.
Okay.
One real quick. Aishan asks, which X-Men would you like to have a buddy movie with?
Ooh. I like Wolverine.
Who doesn't?
He's a good one. We'll keep our eyes out for that. But thank you so much for speaking with us. You are the belle of the ball, so have a great time. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Such fun. I love a good old-fashioned crash-in.
I know. You can't say it off. It's off camera, but there's hugs going
There's
on.
hugs
Everybody, it's like a big
happening.
reunion show here.
Well,
it is wonderful.
And this is a very important gentleman that's about to join
Oh,
us.
yes.
He not only wrote this film,
Yep.
but directed
Yep.
this film.
Put it all
and-
together. He's here
Yeah.
talking to his stars. Simon Kinberg, please come and
on
join
out.
us.
Hello.
How
We're
you doing?
great. How are you doing this evening?
Amazing. I'm really great. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You've been with the X-Men franchise for a very long
For my
time.
entire life, it feels like. Yes, for over 15 years now.
And now you're directing
Yes,
one of the
first time.
films. What was it like taking on that endeavor?
Well, it was actually easier than you would think because I've been around this universe for such a long time. These actors are so supportive, and we're like this little sort of functional, dysfunctional family at this point, and so I was walking into a very supportive, very familial environment.
Oh, I love that. Now, you brought a special guest with you. We have Kevin James from the mayor's office. Kevin, would you like to come up here, please?
Come up here.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, great, how are you?
Good, you're just here to hang out?
Amazing to be here. Well, to hang out and to provide a special proclamation from the mayor's office.
Big deal.
It's a big deal today.
Oh, really? When are we going to find that out?
Well, we can do it right now if you'd like.
Let's do it.
So,
all right.
Let me read what's on this incredible certificate from the City of Los Angeles and Mayor Eric Garcetti. Whereas Dark Phoenix is the culmination of the groundbreaking, hugely successful X-Men series and one of the most iconic stories in comic book history. And whereas Dark Phoenix, with its main character, an emboldened female, is a tribute to the world's X-women, female superheroes, role models, and strong women everywhere. And whereas Dark Phoenix upholds the X-Men tradition of celebrating the notion that what makes you different makes you strong. And whereas the message of Dark Phoenix is about the importance of family, being there for each other, and putting aside personal differences in order to fight for what is right and for the future of the planet. And whereas I urge all citizens and mutants to celebrate the conclusion of the X-Men franchise and its tremendous global impact on popular culture. Now, therefore, I, Eric Garcetti, Mayor of the City of Los Angeles, do hereby recognize Dark Phoenix's portrayal of empowered females and as the concluding chapter of the immensely popular long-running X-Men film series for nearly 20 years. Today is Dark Phoenix Day in Los Angeles.
Kevin, can we show that to the
Can we show the crowd at home if you want to pop that right there?
Yeah.
Beautiful. What is it? I mean,
that is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Everyone wants to talk to you, but we will never forget this day in Marvel history, in LA history. Thank you both.
Truly.
Thank you. It's a huge event for the City of Los Angeles, for the region, for you all to be here tonight celebrating this incredible accomplishment. Thank you.
And it means everything to us. It's 20 years of making these movies, and we've never had a higher honor than this.
Amazing.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much. Well done.
All right.
Cheers.
Thank you both.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. You guys, we're part of history right
did
now.
it.
We did it. We've made it. But you know what? This carpet is not done.
No, gosh, no.
We're just kind of like getting into it.
You want to get into it? We're going to get one of the main stars of the film coming up very shortly. She's been part of this franchise for almost 10 years now. She's incredible.
Absolutely incredible, and I think in many ways kind of the heart of the X-Men. You know, she has played such an important part in Mutant Pride, and speaking of which, Jennifer Lawrence, hello. No, you're not.
please.
Come hang out with us. We're just live streaming with all the Marvel fans hanging out.
Wow. Hi, Marvel fans.
I know. We were just saying, we love Mystique. You've gotten to be with her so long, and she really, in a lot of ways, speaks to me, at least, as kind of like the voice of being torn between these two sides. Can we coexist? Where do we pick up with Raven? What does she feel about coexisting?
She's been having a push-pull with Charles, you know, really since for the First Class movie. Charles, his ego gets a little away from him on this movie, and Raven is being protective of the kids, but, you know, she holds a strong line at believing that, you know, mutants need to be protected.
Yeah, I agree. Completely.
Thank you.
So we have some burning questions that came in from the fans. I wanted to ask one here. Rachel asks, what has been your favorite thing about playing Mystique over the last couple of films?
Well, she's such a cool character, and anytime you're doing a movie like in a franchise setting where you're picking up with these characters every 2 years and kind of growing with them is pretty amazing. But my favorite part of doing any of these movies is the cast, just being able to see everybody again.
I have heard a rumor that you guys have done some like hanging out, some team building type stuff. Did you guys actually go skydiving? I think I heard.
I wasn't invited to that.
Outrageous.
I didn't need to team build. No, no, I didn't. We didn't really need any of that. Our team building was like going to bars and bonding the real way, the old-fashioned way.
With good old quality time, QT.
Yes.
Okay, so another question in here. This one is from Joseph. He asks, which cast member would you trust to have your back in a fight?
I mean, Sophie. I would trust her to fight for me.
Just swap her in.
Yeah, she's a tough cookie.
Well, you're a tough cookie too. Some of those stunts are no joke. for what you had to do. Do you have one stunt over all of the films you've gotten to be a part of that really stands out to you as a good time or an interesting time?
Interesting is probably a better word. The scene in, I call it Age of Innocence so much, like Days of Future Past, where we are in the conference room, and she changes from the man to that whole sequence was really cool.
Going under the table and flipping around.
That
so
was
good.
cool. And I did a fair amount. That was mine. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't do the double roundhouse kick, but I did other stuff.
Single roundhouse kick.
I did a single roundhouse kick.
There you go. Well, thank you so much. Everyone wants to speak with you, so we can't dominate all your time, even though we'd prefer to.
Well, thank you. I'll stay. No,
Okay. Enjoy the night. Congratulations.
All right. We are rolling along.
We are rolling along. We've got more folks. Someone is just like whizzing up here so fast. It's so fast. I didn't even see it happen. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
We're fabulous.
Yeah.
We're just live streaming with the Marvel fans right now.
See these fans back here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
These
They're
guys are
amazing.
awesome.
There's
Look
someone
at
dressed up
Nightcrawler,
as
the
you.
fangs. Really? Where?
It's a young lady over this way somewhere.
Yeah, over there. Yeah, I saw her. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
What is it like for you to get to see people dressing up as you?
It's pretty weird. I mean, it's incredible. It's awesome that they come and dress up. It's so fun. It makes it that much more exciting.
You've had some of the most iconic moments in these last 4 films, especially in First Class. You know, in Days of Future Past, showing up, and I've watched a lot of movies over the last couple of days.
I'm sure.
In Days of Future Past, and like the slow-mo sequences.
Yeah.
Oh no! Look at Trouble is here.
Come up and help.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
We've got-
You need it.
I do.
Me too.
Please help me.
We help each other.
No,
Go
sorry.
on.
Hi, Tom.
Hey guys,
Go on.
how's it going?
Now you guys get to be on the team together. You guys kind of finally get to work together and really be full-grown X-Men. What was it like stepping up, putting on the blue and yellow?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We work together in tandem. Our powers combined, but not Captain Planet.
Different captain.
Different. Oh, okay. There's a really exciting sequence in this movie. I don't know if you guys talked about that already.
we haven't.
The space mission where there's a Quicksilver sequence, and he's everybody's helping Quicksilver, and he's saving these astronauts in 0G. So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, do you get to take off your visor at all? I know you've talked before about having to do some hardcore eyebrow acting because we can't see your eyes. Any vision for you this time around?
I can't spoil it. You have to go see the film.
That would be the spoiler.
Yeah. I think, to me, Cyclops and Quicksilver are so, diametrically opposed. You have the fast guy who's, always got the quips, always got the attitude. You got Cyclops, who is the natural leader, who's just I don't know. Do you guys fit those personality traits in yourselves? You see you guys different?
No.
Hard pass.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about this earlier that, someone asked us who's least like their character in reality, and Evan admitted that it was you. No,
Probably me, yeah. I'm pretty slow in real life.
Yeah.
Just kind of like
Super chill.
Take it easy.
That's good.
Yeah, he's the
Chill out, man.
Chill dude.
If you think about it, Quicksilver kind of can chill out because he's so fast.
Exactly. That's why they cast me. That's why. They were thinking.
Those big thinkers out there. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the night. It's all about you guys, so enjoy that party. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, so we've been talking nonstop. We've left Josh to his own devices. I hope everything is okay.
Josh, what have you
what's
been
going
up
on?
to? Are you getting in trouble?
Guys, Alexander Shipp and Sophie Turner just met, gave a huge hug to each other. The crowd went wild seeing these two amazing stars come together because they're about to see them on screen in just a little couple days, which is going to be amazing in itself. But no, we're having a party over here. I wish you guys were with me, but it's all right. You guys are doing wonderful over there. It is a party, and I just love seeing all these people give their heart out, their warmth. They're signing every single poster and seeing every single fan one by one to show how much love they have for this fan base. We saw that proclamation earlier for Los Angeles. That is huge. This is huge for the comic book community, huge for the film community, Marvel, X-Men, everyone's coming together in this huge community, and it's just going to get bigger, and this is just, like you said, the tip of the iceberg, guys. So I can't wait to see more from you guys, and it's fantastic over here. Loving it.
Thank you, Josh. Always
Thank you.
wonderful. I hope Josh takes over that DJ booth at one point.
I feel like he's got the moves at least to be like a flyboy for them.
Ooh, flyboy.
We usually leave that to Warren Worthington, aka Angel, but he's our angel, right?
Aw, that's so sweet.
Our sweet little Josh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this has been super fun so far. We were talking about comics earlier. We're gonna have more comics talk coming up, but that proclamation. Like,
Cool
can I
is
steal that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Probably not. I feel like Simon Kinberg, writer-director of this film, would fight you potentially to keep it.
That'll be like me stealing the Declaration of Independence. I'll have to steal the proclamation of Dark Phoenix Day.
But I do have to say, it felt really cool to have a proclamation made that really spoke to what the X-Men are all about, which is being inclusive, being like really supporting equality, strong women, all of those huge components of the X-Men and why they're so beloved to so many people.
Yeah, and it's part of that is because of Chris Claremont, the legendary writer of almost 20 years of X-Men comics. He's behind us, talking with the fans, having the greatest time. We're going to have him up here in a second, but I've been reading a lot of Chris's X-Men books over the last, I don't know, month or so, just for all the things that we do. They stand up. The books from 1976 stand up like they were written today. They're still so fantastic.
Hello, we are live streaming to all the Marvel fans at home, and
oh my God.
I have to say, this couldn't have happened without you. Did you ever imagine seeing the Dark Phoenix up in this way?
Well, no. But, we had no expectations at all when we did the story. We just wanted to do a really great story. And maybe not leave any dry eyes in the house, which, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, you did it. You made us feel a lot of feelings.
Well, that's the idea. And come back next issue to see what happens next.
Always. Great cliffhangers. Chris, you had cameo in one of the films.
Days of Future Past, which was me, Len Wein, and I.
Yeah, there was.
And the X3, which the less said about the better.
But in Days of Future Past, so I watched it this afternoon, so I was like, it was top of mind. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Chris. I had forgotten that cameo happened. That was great. What was that like?
They made me shave my beard, which is for the first time since I think 1970. I was irked. Len got to keep his beard. I got shaved. On the other hand, I guess I was the only bald guy in that congressional hearing. The rest of them were all white-haired Canadians looking very, very proper.
Well, we appreciated your acting debut and enjoy the night. Thank you so much for stopping by and speaking with us.
Oddly enough, that was my acting debut. That was just the first time in 30 years I got to use my SAG card.
Amazing. There you have it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the evening.
Yes, we will. We can't wait to see it.
So that was Chris Claremont, legendary X-Men writer. Now, he was talking to the fans, but we have more stuff to share with you from the fans here at the X-Men Dark Phoenix red carpet. Let's share you some of that footage.
Awesome. Let's check it out.
What is up, everybody? X-Men fans are in full force tonight for the X-Men Dark Phoenix premiere, and behind me are a bunch of fans cosplaying as their favorite characters. Now let's go ahead and talk to them and see how they're doing. Hello. How you doing? What's your name?
Hello. So my name is Odefel, or Aubrey, and I'm cosplaying Jean Grey today.
Yes, and where did you travel from?
So I actually traveled from Ohio.
Ohio? What? Tell us that story.
Yeah, so I found out that I got invited to come to the premiere, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go, and I posted something, and all of my followers contributed, and in 24 hours I'd raised the money, and now I'm here.
I love that. The fans are coming together. Yeah. Now, can you show us a cosplay pose?
Yeah.
Yes, get the mind. I love it. Now, who are you excited to see tonight?
I'm probably most excited to see Sophie Turner. I love her as Jean Grey and as Sansa, so I'm really excited.
Yes, all right, moving on. Hello. What is your name?
My name is Brett Yee.
Brett, fantastic outfit. Now, who are you cosplaying as?
I am a Sentinel.
You are a Sentinel. Now, how long did it take you to make this outfit?
About 9 months.
9 months, that is fantastic. Now, who are you excited to see tonight?
I really like to see James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. I really feel like they are the emotional anchors of the series.
Can you show us a Sentinel pose? Yes, oh yes. All right, we're gonna move on over to Cosplay Magneto. Hello, what is your name?
Hi, I'm Kim.
Kim, fantastic outfit. Now, where did you travel from?
I came here from Dublin, Ireland.
Dublin, Ireland, all over the world. I love this. Now, who are you cosplaying as?
Magneto, 90s Magneto, absolutely like brings me back to my childhood, so I had to do the classic.
Yes, and how long did it take you to make this outfit?
It took me about 2 months. I worked on it on like nights and weekends, and I did it for a convention over in Birmingham. So
The commitment is unreal. Now, who are you excited to see tonight?
oh my gosh, everybody, like this doesn't happen in Ireland, so I'm really excited, but I'd say Michael Fassbender, Magneto himself.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much. As you can see, these fans are out here and they cannot wait to see the stars. Guys, if you love the X-Men and you want to read more about them and you want to hear about more Marvel characters, check out Marvel Unlimited, marvel.com/unlimited. And for right now, until June 7th, we're giving you a free month with code PHOENIX. Terms and conditions apply. Check it out. 25,000 comics and counting. Unlock the Marvel Universe. Awesome, guys. That is all from me right now. We're going to take it back to the front of the carpet. More to come.
Girl, this is the night. This is our night. I'm loving it.
Yeah. Hey, look at, we feel a storm a brewing.
I know you can feel it. I know you can.
Right? It is electric. So this is your second big carpet for the X-Men, and Storm really gets to be part of the team. What was it like getting to have Storm not be so adversarial this time around?
It was really nice to kind of see her in this team setting, because what's so beautiful and what I love the most about Storm as a character is that she cares about her family, and that she is so very much so a team player and a protector and very maternal. And so it was nice to kind of step into that with this one.
And she's kind of the best. She's pretty dope.
I mean, she's pretty powerful. She's level 7, level 8 mutant.
Ooh.
And a real stuff.
Kick butt leader.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a bunch of burning questions that came in from fans on social media. One was specifically for you. Lanil asks, Lanil says first, kisses from Brazil and the Universo X-Men.
Ooh, ciao Brazil.
And then Lanil asks, what was your greatest difficulty in acting as Aurora Monroe?
I think that my greatest difficulty was letting go of the idea that I had to adhere to every little specific thing that the fans wanted. I had to know that my choices, though were specific, were mine, and follow through with what I felt was right for Storm, and I hope that people really like it.
Well, I know that we love it. Thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us. But one last question. I know, because I creep you, like any good host would do, that you're a little bit of a nerd, right? You're like into
sort of a lot.
Yeah, like you're into the comics. What was your first exposure to Storm?
Well, oddly enough, my first exposure to Storm was the cartoon before it was the comics. I had other comics that I had read, but when I saw the cartoon, I was like, oh.
It is the song of the evening. I mean, I think we all, Saturday mornings were never the same.
No, definitely not. And then Friday nights was like, I gotta get to bed because I gotta be right for all my cartoons tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that cartoon. We were talking about Storm earlier and how even when she lost her powers in the comics, she was still the baddest woman in the book.
She still took care of people. I think that's the key thing about Storm, is that she is not afraid to take care of people. And I think that that's something that we all can take away from it, is that don't be afraid to take care of people. You'd be surprised how many would take care of you.
Oh.
I love that. Words of wisdom. Thank you so much for stopping by and speaking with us.
Thank you guys so much.
Enjoy the night.
Yeah. The storm is past.
Oh, the storm is past, but I feel like we're better for it.
Yes.
It did feel electric. I love a fangirl. And I love, when you get to do the thing that you love. Oh my gosh, come on up. Come on up. You're the belle of the ball, so you can come up as much as you want.
Oh, thanks.
Hello, Sophie Turner in the house.
Hi.
We have been waiting for you. This is the moment. The Phoenix has risen.
The Phoenix has risen.
You got to do so many kick-ass things in this film. What did you do when you found out you got to be the Phoenix?
What did I do? I think I cried. I don't know. I think I started to work out, and then I realized that she was telekinetic, and I was like, I can't swear on. We're live, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still live.
So I just decided not to work out and cried a lot. It was great, and at my feelings.
Yeah,
and now here we are.
Yeah, but it works. That's the most important part, is how she feels.
Exactly.
I like that you've checked to make sure we shouldn't swear, because I think it was James McAvoy, who he definitely let one slip, but that's fine. We're having a good time.
That's fine. Has Jen been?
Jen stopped by.
Jen stopped by.
She
dropped a few F-bombs.
No, she mined her P's and Q's, as we would say.
Nice, good girl.
Okay, so Sophie, we have some questions that came in from the fans, some burning questions.
Burning questions.
So this one from Gabby, she asks, which do you prefer, Jean Grey or the Dark Phoenix?
Oof. I like Jean. She's tortured. And it's not like they're two entirely separate entities. They're within one body and they're struggling. They're fighting with each other. And so I like Jean. She's conflicted and interesting. I like her.
Well, and you do such a beautiful job of playing her. And it's riveting to see the sort of power struggle with her and Charles, because they're so well matched for each other. What was it like working with James McAvoy? Because that's some complicated relationship going on.
It is. It's very complicated, and James and I are really good friends. So it's much easier when you're kind of playing conflict with someone when you're really good friends with them. And so luckily for me, that was kind of the case with all of the cast. But their relationship is so interesting, Jean and Charles. You know, it's like a father-daughter relationship, and he was trying to protect her, also serving his own ego, and it's incredibly tricky.
Tricky indeed.
Tricky indeed.
When you came on for X-Men Apocalypse, did you know that this was going to be the arc?
No, because I don't know. I just figured, you know, they've done the Dark Phoenix storyline before. I thought they're never going to do this again. Obviously, even though Days of Future Past went back and rewrote history, but I never thought that I would get the opportunity to. So I'm so excited that I got to do it.
Yeah.
Well, and you get to really, really get in on the action. I mean, you're flying a lot.
Yeah.
What does it feel like? Because I feel like
it's painful.
Oh no.
Harnesses. I mean, so the great thing is before they had harnesses that would just go like around, like
a lap situation.
Yeah, like they would go right around and it would pinch. And so now they've got a crossing situation.
How appropriate.
Protects the cookie. But it's still painful nonetheless.
Well, you make it look super badass.
Well, thanks.
Have you seen some of the Jean Grey cosplayers here tonight?
No, I haven't.
There are some amazing ones.
I've seen some Mystique.
Yeah.
I've seen Cyclops.
We were looking.
I've seen a ton now. Look at them. Oh, they look great. You guys look amazing.
How much fun is that for you to be part of this legacy, these characters that mean so much to millions and millions of people around the world?
Oh, it's amazing to know that, you know, you're stepping into something where there is such a loyal and dedicated fan base, and it, you know, it's not just of the movies, it's of the comics, it's decades and decades, it's like generations of people have loved the X-Men comics, and so, you know, it's people's lives, and I definitely don't take that lightly. I think it's something that's meant something to so many people for so long, and it certainly has meant a lot to me for a really long time. You know, when I was growing up, all I knew about the X-Men was that these guys were mutants and they were kind of ostracized, and they were ashamed of these things that made them different, but when they kind of, you know, harnessed those things that made them different, it made them quite powerful and special, and that's just something that I think is such a wonderful message for every young girl and boy to kind of grow up hearing.
Well, and also congratulations, because they just named today X-Men Day in honor.
Oh, that's
Dark
right.
Phoenix
Dark
Day.
Phoenix. Oh, Dark Phoenix Day?
Yeah. It's literally your day.
Phoenix Day.
I want to keep you here all night, but you have to talk to so many people, so go spread the word. It is.
I will. Wow, it's Dark Phoenix Day. That's awesome. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Cheers, enjoy. Bye.
I feel like I'm going to have to steal the proclamation from her.
Honestly, Sophie Turner screaming, "It's Dark Phoenix Day" is maybe my favorite thing
Seriously.
ever.
Oh, she's incredible. So much
Hello,
fun.
Hannah Anderson. Hello. We're talking live to all the Marvel fans at home. So
Marvel fans.
Now you're entering into a big family of X-Men, and literally Jean's family.
Massive. I know. She's my daughter. Sophie was just here. Sweet little baby daughter, all grown up.
But you also got to work with Summer, who's little Jean.
Have you met her yet?
We did. We met her early on.
Such a sweetie pie. Yeah, she was really fun to work with. She just kept it like playful and fun.
There's a difficult history with the Greys, you know, whether it's in the comics or potentially in the movies. How do you plan for that emotionally? Because it's a child and it's, you know, your family. Where do you go to portray these kind of roles?
I really just think of something sad. Like, you know, I just like cycle through things that make me sad and put me in that place, and it's actually somewhat therapeutic.
You know what? If you can kind of live with it, it gives you a chance to experience and move through it, right?
Exactly. You cry and cry, and then you don't cry for months. It's great.
All right. We would love to talk to you all night, but it's your part.
A lot of mutants to get through.
Yeah, we've got a lot of mutants to talk to you, and you've got a lot of people to talk to, too, here on the red carpet.
Yeah, I do.
So enjoy, and congrats on joining the X-Men universe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. All right, we have another a potential mutant
Please
coming
come on
our
up.
way. Halston Sage, hello, welcome. We are just streaming to all of the Marvel fans live at home.
Hello.
So we don't want to spoil anything.
This is a tricky situation to be in.
It's been tricky for a long time. Very excited.
But soon, so soon, you can shout it from the rooftops. What was your reaction getting to the first day getting to be on set with all of the X-Men?
It was so surreal just because I grew up watching these movies, and to actually, be in that world, it still takes my breath away. It was amazing.
You play a character I adore and who is such like she's an icon for many Marvel fans, and she has many looks, many eras. She is such a transformative character. What did you do to think about how you wanted to portray her?
I think something that really was exciting was choosing which look we really wanted to portray at this moment in time, and I think we also really wanted to embrace the traditional look with the white jumpsuit, the big.
We're not saying nothing. I wear white jumpsuits. It could be anybody.
We wanted to honor the character as best we could, so I think hopefully we did a good job.
Well, we can't wait for everyone at home to see it. Enjoy your night, and congrats. Welcome to the Marvel Universe.
Thank you so much. So excited.
Thank you.
We are too. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Oh my gosh. You guys, no spoilers, but when you see it, you're gonna lose it, and I'm so excited for you.
I went ballistic. I saw the movie for the first time in a theater by myself. I got a super special secret screening, and when her character came on, I was like, why is nobody else here watching this with me? It's so great.
Oh, the best. Also, can I just say I'm having a full moment right now because off to my left, you guys can't see it, but there are two phoenixes hugging each other.
Yeah.
And I am losing it. Sophie Turner just met the one and only Famke Janssen. It's so cool to be on the red carpet, you guys.
It feels like it could be cataclysmic if it weren't so amazing.
Oh, speaking of hello, we were just speaking about you.
Hello.
So you just met Sophie Turner for the first time?
We met before, and we've emailed a bunch back and forth. She's lovely.
Did she ask you for some Phoenix advice?
She did initially, and I said, you don't need any advice. You're brilliant to begin with, so we're good.
That's so lovely.
But she's adorable. I can't wait to see the movie. I'm very excited.
So we're here at the culmination of 20 years of X-Men movies, 12 movies.
It's been 20 years.
It'll be just under 20 years. It's wild.
Right.
Do you have any recollections?
Just when I was born. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do
you have any recollections or fun memories from those early days on the first movie?
I have many fun memories. I did 5 of the movies together with the whole cast, and we went through a lot, and we had a lot of fun. We shot all over Canada, and it was amazing. Lots of night shoots. And
now, you got one of the most fun love triangles, I think, in Marvel history, in my personal opinion. There's some vibes between Cyclops, some vibes between Wolverine. Which did you feel your Jean was more drawn to?
Well, oh boy.
I'm getting into trouble.
You might be getting into a little trouble. Clearly there was something that she liked about Cyclops, but there was a lot more that she seemed to be liking about the Wolverine.
Well, it's the animal magnetism, right?
It is. I mean, don't we get it? We kind of get it all. Yes. Yeah.
I was there. I saw it. I agree.
Yeah.
No shade to you, Scott Summers.
Thank you so much, Famke.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you coming here.
I can't wait to see the movie.
Yes.
Enjoy. So much
is
fun.
Amazing.
That is so cool. I love that we got to have our two Jeans here on the scene for this huge film.
Yeah. We're going to go now to Josh because that I feel like we've done so much already. Josh, what's going on with you?
Man, so many dance moves that I have done on this stage. I can't wait to see the Twitter tonight. But my favorite moment was Ty Sheridan obviously taking photos of me because that was wild. The cosmic energy of this place is at 11. Seeing all of these fans interact with these stars, you don't get to see that every day. We're in Hollywood. The stars are around us, beneath us, above us. It is a magical cosmic moment that I'm so happy to be a part of. Guys, what is your favorite moment of the night?
I mean, come on. I have to say, just seeing the two Jeans hug each other and say, like, ah, I know you, was beautiful.
I have a really hard time picking my favorite moment. I think I was talking to Sophie because she was like, her just enjoyment of this whole thing, her feeling of, you could tell she was on cloud 9.
Well, and I feel like I'm on cloud 9.
Yeah.
And there's so much more tonight. Very shortly, the film is going to unspool for the very first time right here behind us at TCL's Chinese Theater. And, you know, if you guys just can't wait to see the film, you're dying to see it now, why don't you go over to Marvel Unlimited and read the original Phoenix Saga? It's there for you guys to read. It's at marvel.com/unlimited.
And we're giving you a special little treat. If you've never signed up before, go to marvel.com/unlimited, use the code Phoenix. You get your first month for free, 25,000 plus comics. You're going to read comics for the rest of your life.
Yeah, now be sure to check it out. Terms and conditions apply.
Yes.
But it is awesome. I highly recommend it. But I also highly recommend something. Go get your tickets right now because the film is in theaters on June 7th. That's
Days
this
away.
week. Days away.
Gosh, it's so great. We're going to leave you with one last look at X-Men Dark Phoenix. Thank you for watching. We're having a great time.
We are. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with us all night long.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Why did you make me do that?
Look at me. Focus on my voice. I'm not giving up on you, Jean.
She was my friend.
You're my family, Jean. Stop, no matter what.
Stop, stop, stop!
Look. You're special, Jean. And if you stop fighting that force inside you, if you embrace it, you will possess the very power of a god.
She'll kill us all.
Tell me how we fix this, Charles. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
What they don't understand, they fear, and what they fear, we seek to destroy.
This is your fault, Charles. I tried to protect her.
I'm scared. When I lose control, bad things happen to people I love.
The girl dies.
She's still Jean. We can still help her.
Sometimes we want to believe people are something that they are not. By the time you realize who they are, it's too late.
She's coming.